Hello, everybody. Whoa. Hello, everyone. It's Brenda Miller. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Basking Ridge, New Jersey. And I go live every Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time to share with you things that I'm working on. And currently, I have been working through the different templates that you can find on page 22 of the annual catalog, the 2024-2025 annual catalog. And we are up to template number 18. And this is a quickie. So follow along and we'll be done in just a couple of minutes. So here we go. Let's pop on over to my desktop. And here you can see this is template number 18. And on this is a regular normal size card front being 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. That's the front, right? 5 1/2. And each of these individual panels are, let's see, 3 3/4 by 1 3/8. So I believe that is what that is. 3 3/4 by 1 3/8. And these can be, you can mix and match. You can take one piece of paper and cut it into thirds, which is what I ended up doing. This strip across the center is 4 by, let's see, 1/2 an inch. Okay, 4 by 1/2. And this circle can be any size that you like. I would use the 1 3/4 inch punch if you can. So those are the measurements that I would use for creating a card. And that's what I did. So here is the card that I created. And as you can see, it uses the scenic papers that are called the Splendid Autumn papers. And you can see here, this is on page 37 of the mini catalog. You have 12 different scenic designs. And then the reverse side are nice, like watercolory or just shaded paper colors on the back that coordinate with the different papers that are included. And I know when I was looking at it, I looked at this one and I said, oh my goodness, purple for autumn. But evidently that's a thing. And I thought, oh boy, how pretty is that? So I went ahead and pulled out that sheet of paper and I cut it into 3 parts. So let's see, let's let the camera catch up. So let me see if I have another one in here. I think I do. There we go. So here's the piece. So I cut it, it's 3 3/4 inch wide. So I went ahead and I cut it so that I could use this. And then I wanted to have the sky. So when I cut it to the lengths that I wanted to use, which is the 1 3/8 multiplied by 3. So we'd have this. I wanted to make sure I had the sky and this, I guess, water or field, and then the close-up of the flowers. And so I used basically this part of the paper. Okay, so it came out to about that. All right. And of course, you could use the other side for whatever you want. So here we go. So let's go ahead and assemble the card. So this is a Highland Heather card base. And as I mentioned, I took the designer series paper and I cut it as I mentioned. And you can see how they fit together and how it's just a portion of that sheet, okay, of that 6 by 6 sheet. So anyway, they are equally cut to 1 3/8 of an inch. Okay, and so what I'm going to do is adhere this to the card front, and I'll put the sky up at the top. And as I usually do, I'm going to do the one on the bottom next. And that's so that the pieces in the middle, I have a little bit more control over the spacing. So I'm trying to eyeball and get these lined up together. And I don't know why my camera's going in and out on my phone. There's absolutely no reason. Last week it was because it was I got a phone call, but this time there's no reason. So, hey, Betsy. Hi, Diane. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so then I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to place it about here. But what I also did is the reverse side of this designer series paper is, oh, come on back. There we go. There it is. The reverse side, you can see, is this lovely watercolory, but matching Highland Heather. So I use the reverse side to cut the piece that's a half an inch by 4 inches. And so that's going to extend out a little bit past the other pieces, which is great. And so I'm going to go ahead and glue these down. So this just goes to show you can use both sides of the paper. You can mix and match them. I do love taking a scene and breaking it apart. I've actually seen a couple of other people do similar cards. You can make these strips uneven in terms of their width, or you can keep them all the same, which is what I did, except for this strip. But according to the sketch that we're working on, that's why we did it this way. So yeah, I love lavender too, Diane. Isn't it great? It's such a pretty color. And again, I really didn't think of it for fall. So thanks, Kim. I'm glad you like my sketch series. We're getting towards the end though. So anyway, so those are all my sketch. That's how I put the background of the card together. And so then I took a tag from, this is from the Something Fancy dies. So these were available in the catalog last year. So they're no longer sold as a bundle, but let me just show you there. These are the dies that this one comes with, and I pretty much buy any set that has dies because I'm always looking for a great label for and great sayings to put on my card. So I use this one. And again, that's from the Something Fancy, but I didn't really want to use any of these, so I went ahead and I pulled out another stamp set that coordinates, and this is the So Sincere. This doesn't have matching dies. It's just a bunch of different words, and I wanted to make a sympathy card. So you're in my heart and prayers. I think that that's just a nice sentiment to have. So I'm going to use Gorgeous Grape because Highland Heather is a little bit lighter, and I really want to make sure that you can read my sentiment. So I am going to stamp this right in the center. And I do have a camera in my face, so that's actually straight. That's pretty good. Doesn't always happen. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on in the place of where the circle is on the sketch. And I'm going to use my dimensionals for that. I'm going to use 2 on the back. And now I've got a pretty card, and imagine how fast you can make a whole bunch of these. So we've got this on here. Great. And then, of course, I always have to have a little bit of bling. And so these are the, let's get the proper name. These are the Purple Fine Shimmer Gems. As you can see, I use them a lot. So I have all different colors all over the place. I'm going to use the Highland Heather ones. And as I usually do, I'm going to use 1 large, 2 small, so put 1 like that, and then 1 on the other side of the sentiment. And here's my super pretty card that I can have on hand should I need a sympathy card. Or it doesn't have to be sympathy, just, thinking, something's going on in somebody's life. So not only did I do that, but I said, okay, well, what else can I do with this? Let's just show another example. And so I pulled out my Full of Life designer series paper, and I love all the fun colors that are in here. And I went ahead and I pulled out the polka dots. So that's this sheet. And I said, okay, well, let me cut this down and put it into the proper sizing. So I came up with this card, and as you can see, I used the polka dots. So it's the same image repeated 3 times as opposed to something different making a scene, right? And I notice I put my strip, which is just the reverse side of this paper, instead of putting up at the top, I put it at the bottom. So I just basically switched out the 2 in the center here. And then I grabbed my hexagon punch, and I used a sentiment from Wonderful Thoughts. And I think this is a hidden gem in the catalog. Again, this was from the last catalog. So the dies are not sold as part of a bundle, but you can still get both. And I think I've talked about these before, where you can actually die cut out the saying that, and so it'll go right to the sentiment. And of course, I can't find the right one right now. It can be a little bit tricky to figure that out. Let's see, is it this one? So I could have die cut it out. That it's not this one either. But rather than that, I got to be honest. It's too. I have trouble lining it up, and that's just me. But it still is worth it to me for this one die. I have used this die so many times because it's just the perfect addition to any card when you need a little tiny focal point you don't want to take away from the rest of the card. And that's just my 2 cents about this Wonderful Thoughts die and stamp set. And I love all the sayings. So I went ahead and I did the You Can Do Amazing Things, and I put my flower as my little focal point. And of course I had to add some gems. These are the ones that are found in the annual catalog along with the paper. So you can see you can get totally different themes just based on your designer series paper. You could of course weave in some maybe just plain cardstock or embossed cardstock would look terrific, but those are just some easy cards. Now, before I go, I know that was kind of quick. I just wanted to talk about a couple of things going on at Stampin' Up, and that would be we have a great sign-on join my team bonus of $30. So if you could spend $155 and only pay $99 and free shipping. I know a lot of you are looking for that free shipping. If you join my team, and there are a lot of advantages to being on my team, and you can check all that out at my website at brendamillersu.com. In addition, all of our kits are on sale, and we have some fabulous kits out there. We've got some for Christmas. We've got all different seasons, all different kinds of sentiments. There's a great birthday kit that has been out there for like 2 years now, and I can't get enough of it. And so go ahead and check out the Stampin' Up! Website, and you can find all the kits that are currently available, and they're all on sale up to 30% off. And they make great holiday gifts. So if you're thinking about the holidays even a little bit, this is a great month to be shopping for some of those gifts for those creative or maybe creative wannabe people. So those are the 2 big things that are going on at Stampin' Up! And that's about it for today. But I'll be back next week with template number 19. So anyway, we're almost done with these, and it's been a fun ride. So hopefully we'll see you then. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.